okay, I was worried for a second there. I was just ready to pull everything out. Yay.
You are gonna have a lot of catching up to do.
Ah, yes.
Well, that's gonna be a fun exposition, but for right now, everyone except for Augment wakes up in the sanctum. So you all had a nice sleep, and you wake up with freshened minds, freshened bodies. Uh, pretty happy times. So, what you gonna do first thing?
Probably wake up.
You wake up to a new day, stretch, get to a change of clothes, and get out the room.
All right. And I assume that the boys are going to be making breakfast again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So she is going to prepare the food while you guys cook. So, cooking utensils?
Advantage or normal?
Advantage.
Okay. On.
Alright, so you guys make a pretty good breakfast. You got your classics there, you got your juices, your coffees, your teas, your bacon, pancakes, eggs, all that stuff. So of all that and breakfast, what is your next order of business?
Well then, I believe that today we need to speak to a certain monarch.
You're not happy with her, are you?
Yeah.
No!
I don't think
Let's-
any of us are.
Let's go over what she has done to us so far, shall we? She takes you away from us, blames you for the quote-unquote murder of Aerith, drags you down into a mirrorscape where you had to be judged, put us through 5 different trials, thankfully we all passed to our own degrees, then made us, yes, twice, thank you for that, Alish, made us go down to that same mirrorscape that had you down there, all for the sake of us trying to speak up and defend you because of her twisted, bigoted mindset. And what else? Oh yes, still try to wish our failure and make us stay down there, all for the sake of her own pride. That about sums it up?
Yeah, pretty much, though. You forgot to mention the part where you had to go through this, mansion thingy to, find the, dice to complete your trial, and, getting through that with pretty much the whole city not, congratulating you or anything like that. So you guys are gonna look, I can still read minds.
But yeah, you can still see that despite me being in my ancestral home, I still hate this witch. Sadly, no.
At least you weren't punched around like a rag doll. Through an obstacle course.
Though from what I'm seeing from your trial was actually kind of fun. Looked like it was fun to watch.
Was
Well, it was. How things turned out was kind of unexpected. Definitely did not expect to get my clothes exchanged with one of those, with who was one of my opponents, and getting that headpiece kind of protected me from that Fey magic.
Yeah, that
Happy
must have
little
been
accident of it.
awkward.
Well, if it wasn't for that, things might get a little more complicated.
Well, I guess with that, you guys are gonna head out of the sanctum.
yeah.
All right. And as you do step out back into the little house that you were held up in, you hear a gasp. Ah! Where did you guys come from?
You never heard of a private sanctum?
I have, just didn't think any of you lot would know that spell, and at least you could have left a letter or something. If we couldn't find you here, we would have sent a search warrant for you people.
Pardon me if I don't leap for joy. Bad back, you know. I had to do it. I had to. I would deserve that. I would deserve that pop upside the head. I hate. See, Dragon started this. Dragon started this.
Cactus, this has
should
been
start it
crazy
too.
without
Elon's not
you.
looking right.
Well, anyway. Right. According to the testimony of the trial, you're free to explore Greymore to your heart's content. So, where would you like to go first?
Probably for me, I would say go to the library so we can do a bit more digging on what the trial for Mr. may entail. But I'd rather hear from the rest of the group before I speak up.
Well, that's what we're here for. See, that's our first stop, I suppose.
Alright, library again. Beep, 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 beep. Hold on. You see her holding what essentially is a sending stone. Uh-huh. And she kind of holds it like a... There's no other way to put it. Like a cell phone. Really? Do I? Fine. She keeps looking back at between you guys, and... Good. Okay. Got a message from the Royal Court. Apparently, they found someone, and they seem to know you lot, so... Would you mind coming with me to the palace for a moment?
Sure.
Wonder who that could be.
Okay, so we will go to the palace? And I'm just judging this along. As you walk up and you see Ogmen being held by 2 guards.
This is what I get for having trouble trying to teleport me to the others. Ow, my head.
Ogman!
Your Majesty, I brought them as you requested. This man claims that he was searching for peculiar people. I assume he meant he was looking for you. Oh wait, I didn't assume. His reflection told us.
Someone else take the wheel, someone else take the wheel, someone else take the wheel, someone else take the wheel.
Out of character. Gee, thanks.
No, it's not because of you, it's because of the queen.
Thank you, Elise.
Probably use your sharp tongue on her.
No response from Elise. He said, I'm curious. I suppose we are a peculiar group, Your Highness.
Yeah, I've just seen if anyone else is responding.
Okay.
I think the obvious question is, how'd you find your way into the Feywild, Ogman?
Do you want the short version or do you want the long version?
The short.
Which either works.
Short version, our little wizarding ally, since after getting a lot of stuff done, I decided to see if I could rejoin you guys, and next thing I know, I'm falling out of the sky in the Feywilds.
We're gonna actually have it a little more concrete with that. You return back to Mirrorwood where Lorelei showed you the tree where everyone else entered from.
Ah, okay, never mind. I just wanted to make a little joke to what I said, I swear if you do that.
Yep, so yeah, sorry, just trying to do something else in the background.
That's okay.
You're fine.
But yeah, I filled them in on that.
Yep. Well, that explains that.
Yep, the last
Glad
thing
to see you again.
Yeah, the last thing you saw Augment was pretty much a giant snail before running into the guards.
Yeah, last thing I remember was running into a giant snail and then the guards. That's pretty much it, though.
That pretty much sums up how we met the guards, too.
So I assume he's your friend.
Yes, ma'am?
Okay, so we must prepare. Majesty, they've already completed the trials, and since he's technically part of their group, he doesn't really have to do them. I suppose it'd also be a waste of time to grant a giant audience for one solitary orc. You may go with them. And then you see the guards uncuff him and step back.
Thank you, Your Majesty. And I'm going to give a polite bow before walking towards the group. And now he doesn't.
Okay.
And now he sees that a few members aren't there, and it's like he points to Nephrite and Holnir, knowing they're the most logical of the group. You're going to be filling me in later.
Pretty much.
Oh, we're glad to have you back.
Trust me, being with you guys is a lot better than politics.
Ogman, make a perception check for me, please.
1 moment. Perception. Are you kidding me? My first roll back and it's low. What is my terrible luck?
Well, you look around in the group and you don't see Cortana.
I know, that's why I said the earlier you're filling me in later bit. So that was one of the first things I noticed out of character.
Yeah.
So where to?
Well, we'll walk and talk. We'll walk and talk.
Alright.
Yep.
And Nobody's going to be following the group now.
Yep. And so you're going to the library?
Yep.
Alright, so with the help of Yasmin and the white tiefling there, she takes you all to the library. And this is Theater of the Mind.
And while on the way to the library, Nephrite will give a rundown of basically her mini rant from when she was talking to the party before his arrival.
Yes.
So, how much the Queen is a censorship here, the trials, the unnecessary imprisonment of Cortana, how the party defended Cortana, and the Queen then sent us down to her imprisonment. We all had to go through our own trials against mirrors containing our heart's desire, where we actually proved our resolve in stating that we are trying to fight for a future where our heart's desires can come true. Cortana has to go through not 1, not 2, but 3 mirrors of the same thing, because the smoke that was hovering over Cortana every time she had a headache wasn't Mistra, it was Aerith.
Let me put it this way. Error. Augment.exe has crashed. That's pretty much Augment's expression right now. All with his right eye twitching.
Are we currently standing or sitting? That's the question.
Walking and talking.
Yeah.
Well then, Holnir will make a quick hop and smack him in the back of the head.
Doing that,
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
take a deep breath, and he's obviously contain a lot of anger. So, how much longer do we have to wait until we can see Cortana?
Do you want to tell him, or should I?
I say let Nephrite tell him.
Apparently my internet crashed out, so what did I miss?
Blue screen, Augment, Holnir slapped him upside the head in order to get him starting again. He asked, when do we get to see Cortana again? And then I asked, should you tell him or should I?
She's
And
right
I
in front of you,
said-
dude.
Holnier points at the person holding the kitty, the celestial kitty.
Yes, you
That's
see.
her.
Yep, you see a little kitty with fire wings and horse hooves interact with a girl with blonde purple hair with blue streaks, a royal blue dress, and things and baubles in her hair. I'll show you again.
Aww. That's actually kind of cute. What?
Hi.
And... yeah. Let's continue. And Ogden is now trying to speed walk while hiding a blush.
You're white, Ogman?
I'll tell you when you're older.
You know what? Stay nervous.
Holnier is just giving a chortling under his breath at seeing Ogman being all embarrassed.
Embarrassed? No. Flustered? Yes.
Meanwhile, Cortana kind of notices the blush and going, "What? Do we look good or?"
Again, at this point, Ogden has been speed walking away to try to avoid the topic of romance.
Hey, don't go too far ahead.
Oh, right. And Ogden is doing the best in his head to be like, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it.
Should probably do this.
Copy.
Okay, your thoughts are safe.
Yay!
That would have been awkward.
I know, I think the sentient dice.
Also, you never get to see the kitty. Here it is.
Oh, down. I want to pet the kitty. Out of character. Moving on though, with all this catching up done now, continuing on to the library.
At this, I would not recommend petting the kitty unless you want to get scratched.
She don't have claws.
Guys, back on track before I bring out the newspaper again.
Yes.
No.
So you all made it to the library, where there's mountains of books and various staircases that look ethereal and almost nature and texture. The library itself, it looks like it's surrounded by waterfalls of color and rainbows. Just shenanigans as you made to the library, where you also see a number of people either looking at books or look like they're practicing magic and with hovering books. You know, sort of a mix between Harry Potter and Doctor Strange.
So, what are we looking up?
Anything about Mistra and what her child may entail.
Okay then. Well, first, let's see where the history section might be, or even the religious section, if there is one.
You see a woman at the front desk, white dress, uppercut, dark purple hair with like a streak of white. Very long ears. Looking at you, saying, "Is there any interest in our library?"
We're just looking for information on the goddess Mystra.
Okay, we'll just wait for Elish to be finished typing.
Okay. Interview.
It's actually ironic, considering we did find one of the trials in a library.
Well, we were already told that we were going to be led to Mistress Temple, where most likely the trial would be found. So we're more trying to figure out some general idea, something about Mistra that might give us a hint as to what the trial might entail.
Yes, we have several of biographies of her books up in the magic history section. Should be fifth floor book aisle C.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have several sections of her teachings in the first and second floor, but just a little warning. Those are the ones that have some of our spells, and most of the youngsters like to practice them. All of a sudden you hear a just like that.
Well, keep in mind.
Well, that one maybe we'll look at later, but let's. Because I am slightly curious about that, but business first.
And you see Yasmin cross her arms. Hi, I'll be waiting right here by the entrance. Just let me know when you're ready to leave.
All right.
So we're going to the section involving the history of Mistra.
Seems like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
On the
so
history section.
right, so you go up the staircase. You notice on the staircase, your every step that you take on the staircase, on the pure white staircase, your footprints leave a trail of gold behind.
That is both cool and cute at the same time.
Agreed.
I think they would be more along the lines of illusionary magic. But that's just a speculation on my part. Fair enough.
Alright, so you get finished on. Everyone is finished typing?
Yep.
I think after Jovial's done typing, we're good to go to the next scene.
Yeah. Because, Tubby.
There we go.
Yeah, because you guys see what looks to be like 5 bookcases full of Mistra like books.
Oh, that's a lot of books.
Yes, it is, but there are some that look older than others and have skimmed through. Some of them look like they've been refurbished. So it is really trying to figure out which one is her actual biography and which ones, are not necessary to look for. So, investigations, people.
Okay.
The cursed dice still hate me. Outside of combat, they hate me. In combat, they love me for some reason.
Alright, it is not surprising that, yep, it's not surprising that Nephrite finds a book that looks legitimate. Well, most of the books have, like, printed wording and all of that. This one seems to be more of handwriting. So, having your mind click, the older the book, the better chance you have of finding the information.
I think I found something. And I will grab the book and bring it over to the group.
Yeah, the book is called The First Studies of Magic. How Mistra learned some of the craft of it first, being held it from the stars and heavens before it sprinkled its way down to the mortal plane below. How it could be used to conjure and harmonize the world. And it's here that she developed the skills and the knowledge to divide each type of magic into its 8 main components.
Eight main components.
Well, it says components in the book, but your mind clicks of it as what you call nowadays the schools of magic.
Oh. And before we continue, I'll let Augment finish typing.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yep. It tells about her first teaching it with others. Someone was appeased under her favorite tree, which later became Greymore. But also to the days that she had with her own with someone called Aerobris. And I will type. I'll type that out for you guys, so it'll be easy.
I want to do a religion check. It should be obvious on why.
It's been a while since we had anything obvious, so...
Fair enough. Let me put this way in my line of thought. Could that be the goddess of poison's old name?
You may certainly check. Religion?
Thanks God hate me!
Yeah, you have no way of knowing.
So I'm not sharing this thought with everyone that I just explained to you all out of character. Well, that name doesn't ring a bell to me.
And also, as you read through the book, one thing in the passage, at the final page, speaks to all of you. Those who study and know the ways of all forms of magic will receive the great rewards in life.
Great or grave? Sorry, because I heard grave.
Great.
Okay, sorry. Reading that, I'm looking directly at Elige.
And what was the comment in the back of the page? All those who know all forms of magic.
I'll type it down.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I'm also typing it on my end too, just as a bit of a pick me up and an offhand thing. Got it. Thank you. 1 second. Watch your genius make that a 16.
Why?
You.
Oh, come on! Mark it!
Okay.
It feels good to be back.
It's great to have you back.
Back to the Oberus name. What exactly do we need to roll in order to figure out who or what that could be?
You and only you can roll investigation.
I was wrong.
Okay, I am actually going to whisper that to you.
Thank you.
So Nephrite has information she can willingly share. But
And not be forced into sharing.
I know. That's why I said she can willingly share. I never said she has to.
No, just repeating that for the back row, just in case.
Which back row?
The back row knows who's in the back row.
When I asked that, I was literally playfully sticking my tongue out. Because I knew exactly who you were talking about.
Funny.
Giant claw wings. And did you mean keen, not key? Got it. Keen. Eye for magic.
Sorry.
I'm a grammar Nazi, you know me.
I really should.
I give you pats and hugs.
Thank you. So do you tell that to the rest of the group?
From what I see, based on Mistress writing, Oberus is, for what I'm thinking, a creature with giant claws, wings, and a keen eye for magic. It doesn't exactly say what it is.
Well, I'm already scared. And I have a few ideas on what the trial could be with that information, because that's a possibility. But until then, we won't know. So, is there anything else we should really be researching while we're here, or no?
What's getting me is her parting words in her diary. All those who study and know all forms of magic will receive the great rewards of life.
Yes, I've also been thinking about that as well.
Makes you think that this trial, given its Mistra, it's gotta be magic based.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mistra isn't just the goddess of magic, is she?
Yes.
She is
Only magic?
only magic.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure my memory was correct on that. Sorry. That's a good idea, Quinn, but there has to be something more to it.
But just to apply to one form of magic. It doesn't have to be every aspect of it.
True.
That's what I interpret it as.
However, the real issue, though, is that we will not know until we get to the trial. So, shall we? So, are we done here at the library, or are we gonna? Cause where to next? I'm just catching back up with you guys now.
I would like to go back down to the second and first levels to see what her books has to offer when it comes down to her teachings. Because something might say that one of those spells could be useful during these trials.
That I would agree with one. So,
Alright.
oh, you first, Cat. Sorry.
Yep, so you all gonna go down to the first 2 levels?
Yep, for me.
Yes.
Alright, you go down to that, and you notice right away that each section of the floor is split into 4 different sections, and they each have the name of the different schools of magic: conjuration, divination, abjuration, enchantment, illusion, evocation, transmutation, and necromancy, all split into different sections. And you look to see a number of people studying and practicing these forms of magic, and a number of puffs of explosion happening in the evocation area.
Oof.
Seeing the explosions, Agma's gonna sigh nostalgically. Whole near's TNT.
Nice one, Dogman.
Be glad I'm not a spellcaster.
Oh, that would be a nightmare.
I'm seeing the
No, I
images
wouldn't
in your head, and I am terrified.
Though I wouldn't mind being able to smack fireballs with my hammer. What do you do? Life's mysterious that way.
Yep.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah, but just wait till Alish is finished typing.
Yep.
But what's the point in just locking like this, smacking fireballs without the great big explosion?
You hear a voice coming from behind you. Say that while you're trying to keep a library from not burning. You look behind you and you see the familiar figure of Erica Ravenlock with her black hair, her little hoodie, and her black dress.
Yeah, just wishful thinking on that part, lass. When you're in a group of spellcasters like most of these lot, you tend to get a little bit envious.
You can see the tantalizing nature of magic. Yes, it's pretty and powerful, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. I believe several of you in your party understands the risk in that.
Oh, I know risks. He pulls out a bundle of dynamite from his bag. Gotta know risks when you're using this in a tunnel. Then he puts it back in his bag.
Remains invisible, visible? What?
Best way to describe it is, you know how without invisibility, some people want to be invisible while staying visible?
Like hiding behind someone.
Not
Or
exactly.
just hiding in plain sight.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just trying to hide among the group. Because I have not met this character.
Actually, correction, you have met this character, just not by name.
Yeah, you recognize her as the lady that's kind of been stalking you guys for a good while you were in Iron Mall and Atida.
And again in Haymore.
Mm-hmm.
Red says nothing. Just, yeah.
But anyway, as to the nature, I'm here. I have been ordered by the Queen to take you to Mistra's temple, as she puts it.
Nope. Given all that we could find, I guess that's our next step.
We're bound to go there anyway. Might as well go now.
Yes, I've told Yasmin I will take care of you, and she seems relieved about that. So take that as you will. I do hope you enjoyed my little book. As she walks down the stairs.
It was a lovely read. And to be fair, the most information we've gotten during this entire chicken run.
Chicken one of Greymore itself or your quest?
Both.
Alright. So Erica leads you out of the library, through the town, and actually leading just a little bit outside of Greymore. As you come across this purple forest area in the outskirts of the Feywilds, where you see a number of trees in the area. You feel a nice breeze, and upon looking at this tall building, you see a number of statues off to the side.
That's me.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Thank you. And Nefre will just give a relaxing sigh of relief of just being away from Greymore at the moment.
Holnir will flop face first onto the ground. Back to being on the reliable dirt.
Do you want me to drag you on the ground, Holnir?
Just give me a couple seconds, boy.
Okay, I'll drag you for a few seconds, then. I'm gonna just
No,
grab something on him for
no,
dragging him.
no. I'm a dolly. I don't belong in a tree. I belong on the ground.
That's why I said I'd drag you across the ground, so you could relax on the ground for a bit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kira looks around going, I remember this place. Yes. Aerith came here when she was a little girl, as all students of magic in Greymore. Unbelievable. It's one of the most ancient temples in all the realm, and they use it as a field trip. A field trip! This was
I
where...
hear that salt I'm tasting? I feel like I'm tasting salt because I've been salty ever since we got here.
With every right you should be. I'm normally not supposed to act or say anything, but it feels like the people of Greymore now only understand the purpose of magic, not its teachings or history. As for this temple, this is where I taught the first spell, gave the first lecture, gave the history of magic. And yet, the people I swore to protect and bring here use it as a lesson, but then ignores it like the rest of the world. I'm a little afraid of what's gonna happen to the city once it rejoins back in the world. How quickly it will fall behind amongst the rest of those living in the mortal plane.
I imagine it'd be quite the culture shock.
Which is as much as it pains you, and I know it pains you, dear Nephrit. But it's actually a blessing that all of you came to the city. You're already slowly giving the city the wake-up call that it needs.
I will give my response after Elish and Holnir are done typing.
At least I'm being silent with my stuff so far. Left their corner now. That was out of character, by the way. Now, continuing on before we get too distracted.
Hey, I didn't say it
Thank you,
out
because-
loud.
Yes. That's the unfortunate part. And the queen is stubborn. She will be the hardest to crack, but once she does, she may be proven a powerful ally. But that is a time for another day. For now, though, I believe your journey will continue in here. She says that
I will say one thing about that queen. She's as stubborn as a long beard. Ugh. Anyway.
Us here, and if everyone can make perception checks for me, please.
Is it sight or sound?
Sight.
Well, I can't do as bad as a leash. Did just as bad, though.
I'll mark in that in just a second. Nope.
And you said perception?
Perception. Alright,
And
so
then a market for cactus.
Technically, I rolled.
you rolled a
I got
12.
I got it.
Yep.
Feels good to be back to my 12 counting duties.
Yep, so Augment, Elige, and No are a little too focused on the task at hand. However, Quinn, Holnir, and Nephra, you look at some of the statues and you can't help but feel like you've seen them before. And these are people statues, and from the looks of some of them, they look like some people you've seen in the Dreamscape. Saloon, Lovatar. And yes, you even see someone that looks slightly like Olanta.
Holmir tilts his head. Statues of the gods?
Well, this is a temple. It wouldn't be too far. Wouldn't be too much of a stretch.
Aye, but this wasn't in the last temple that we were at. Or maybe it was and I was just a bit Blight drunk.
No, you're right. But maybe that's all because Before I start talking out my butt, Cat,
Yes?
what do I need to roll to see if there's a connection between the three?
It's just the relative term. You see a bunch of statues of the gods. Those are the gods that you can pick up right away because those are the gods that you guys specifically met in your the
Okay.
Dreamscape.
So they're not really connected by a certain detail. They're just, oh, they're here because we recognize them.
Yes.
Okay, so cameo.
Yay. Cameo or hint for all we know, but continuing on before I bring up the roll-up newspaper.
Yeah. Yeah. You see Erica opening the doors in here, and she says, "Your first birth of the child will be on the other end of that room, and there you'll find an entrance. The rest will be up to you."
Thank you. And Alan gives a polite nod of the head.
Guys, I don't really feel right, putting Ocelin in there. Do you guys mind if she stays out? She stays with Erica?
She's okay with it. I don't mind.
Of course I'd be okay with it.
Sue me. So, sue me.